The number that we love to combine when we put orders together, and one of the real things that kind of determines how good of a hitter you are, is OPS. Now, OPS is a combination of on base plus slug. So if you have a high on base and you have a high slug every year, you're a Hall of Fame hitter.
We thought we knew Joe Girardi until we heard him conducting a virtual math class at the William M. Meredith School. Joe, first of all, congratulations. It's the only time I've seen a virtual class where all the kids are paying attention.
Yeah. Well, the idea was to try to change it up for the kids because I can't imagine what kids are going through today having to do this for over 2 months when they're used to seeing all their friends. So we thought we'd give them something different. I have another one on Friday, which will be my fourth. We've talked about putting batting orders together. We've talked about why we don't bunt today and how difficult it is to bunt with the high velocity in the game. And I think Friday we're going to talk about when you kind of pull a pitcher, what you look for, clues that you look for, and it's all based on numbers, and it's kind of a roadmap for you.
Beyond teaching virtual math, we could ask you how you're killing time here, but we know that you don't kill time. You're using it to prepare. The question then becomes, how, in the absence of actually being at the ballpark, can you prepare for the season that we all hope we'll have this year?
Well, I think your computer is really helpful. The websites that you have from the team, the information you have on opposing hitters. I've tried to break down opposing hitters in our division and how we're going to try to get them out because it's kind of what I love to do. Tried to study the other teams. A lot of Zoom calls with coaches and players and front office people to talk about different things and how we can get better during this time, how we can make our websites better so it helps us prepare for games better. So those have been the big things for me.
Joe, more of a concern. Are your pitchers going to be ready or will your position players be ready?
You know, I think I'm more concerned about the position players. And here's why. I think pitchers have been able to throw and been able to treat it more like a January, early February, and have actually been able to throw bullpens. Where hitters in a lot of instances have not been able to hit, have not been able to get to cages, have not been able to get to weight rooms, maybe have not been able to prepare like they would for a normal spring training as much as pitchers have. And the thing about pitchers is I believe that we're going to have an expanded roster. So we're not going to ask them to go 6 or 7 innings from the beginning. You know, we're going to shorten their workload and have them go through the rotation a few times probably before they get up to 100 pitches during the season. So I'm a little bit concerned about what type of condition the position players will be and how often you can play them.
Yes, Joe. Look, I know you did all your homework before going over to Philly, and you know the players that you were getting. However, you know, when you are out there on the field and now you are managing them and you have a closer relationship, who impressed you the most this short spring training before it was interrupted?
Well, I was really impressed by Gene Segura and how he embraced, you know, moving off a shortstop and saying, I'll do whatever you want us to do. I will go to third. I will go to second, whatever you want us to do. But I would like to work at third base because I can play second base in my sleep because I've done it before. So that's what, you know, he chose to do. And I thought he embraced it. I thought he played extremely hard. I thought he led in camp. He's so fun to be around. And I was really impressed with him. I was really impressed with Bryce and how he has a plan every day and puts his plan in motion and makes sure he gets accomplished what he needs to get accomplished every day.
Joe, Andrew McCutchen, do you think this time off may help Andrew McCutchen that when you do hopefully start playing baseball, you'll be able to put him into the lineup?
Oh, I definitely think we're going to be able to put him in the lineup. He is cleared to go, I believe, and you know he's been running the bases. He's been one of those players that's been able to stay in spring training and work very hard. So I joked with him the other day on a Zoom call. I said, "Man, you get off that dreaded trainers list that they send to the front office every day. Who's getting treatment and who's getting work? You're getting off that soon." So I believe that he's going to be ready. Tommy Hunter will be ready. So you know, as hard as this has been, I think our club's going to improve because we're starting later.
David Robertson, kind of in that same vein, Joe. Is this going to help him maybe get back out there a little quicker?
Oh, I think so. I don't think he's going to miss April, May, and June now. So, he's talking about trying to get back in August. Is it possible? I guess it's possible. He's throwing. I think he's moving right along in his progression. You're just going to have to see as he takes the next steps and starts to get off the mound. But I believe that he's up to 120 feet. And the next progression, I think, would be getting off a mound.
Joe, I know you're very methodical in everything you do when it comes to your discipline, your nutrition, your training, and the way you manage your game. Now that you're looking at possibly like 80 games in the season, are you thinking about how you're going to approach the short season? It's more of a sprint now than that long 162-game marathon. What do you think you'd be doing different than you would if you had the long regular season?
Well, I think the one thing that you could probably do different is a guy like JT Realmuto. You know that he's not going to log 130, 140 games, so maybe you can push him, you know, during this 82 stretch. A guy like Bryce Harper. The guys may not get as many days off, but so much of that is dependent on what kind of shape they are in day one of the games and how often they can go and where the off days are. But I think, from a position player, if I told you, Carlos, you're going to only play 82 games in a season, you say, well, I'm going to be fresh as a daisy by the end of the year. But it could be 82 games in 90 days. That's the thing. But I think you might be able to push your position players a little bit harder once they get in good shape.
Well, Joe, we appreciate the time. We don't want to interrupt your lesson planning for the next virtual math class. So tell the kids we said hey, and we hope to see you at the ballpark real soon. Thanks for the visit.
Oh, I can't wait, guys. It's great to see you. It's great to see everyone smiling and healthy. So I look forward to seeing you.